Right now, at the beginning of the year, you're like a small seed, just a tiny, tiny seed, but with so much potential. And now you're in second grade, which is like the soil, and you are going to start growing, and your beanstalk, the beanstalk, imagine like Jack's beanstalk and Jack and the beanstalk grow up, 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 all the way to the sky. Let's do that together. I want you to be small like a bean, and then you're going to go, 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 go. You're going to learn so much this year, and then you're going to be big and tall as a reader and go all the way to the sky. It's going to be so exciting. And one of the things you're going to learn this year is right here. I've got it hidden. We're going to move it over. You're going to decide how to read a story. That's one thing that readers do. They decide how to read something. Maybe they read it in a happy way, maybe a sad way, and maybe as they're reading a story, it changes depending on what the author wants us to be thinking and feeling. Today, we're going to be practicing doing this with a poem called I Know an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. Here we go. Now, you can be in Seesaw to do this activity, or you could do this activity just with the video. So in any case, the first thing I want you to do is watch the entire video, and then you're going to do the practicing. You can practice at the end by just using this poem, or you can go into Seesaw and record yourself practicing. So those are the two different choices for you. If you have Seesaw, and you're accessing that, that's what I want you to use, okay? And that's what I'm doing right now. All right, so let's get started. Now, one thing I'm thinking to myself as I look at this poem is there's a couple parts in here. Perhaps she'll die. It keeps coming up. Maybe that means it needs to be a sad poem. Let's try to read it in a sad way. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed that fly. Perhaps she'll die. There was an old lady who swallowed a spider that wiggled and tickled inside her. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly, but I don't know why she swallowed that fly. Perhaps she'll die. Well, that's one way to read it. And you know what, as I was reading it, I tried to make my voice slower and lower. And it was like the sadder it got, the slower I got, the more sad I felt. But when I think about it, I don't really think this is what the author was thinking. It doesn't really seem like a sad way. So let me try it a different way. I'm going to go to the next page. And it's exactly the same. The one thing I want to point out is that I forgot to press record. So when you are recording yours, you're going to press record and record yourself reading it. I'm not going to do that with the video because it kind of gets a little confusing. But I will try to remind you that you press record when you are going to be reading it. Let me think of another way to read it. I've got another way. You know what it keeps talking about? It keeps talking about swallowing spiders, swallowing flies. Who likes to eat gross things? Pirates. Let me try that. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed that fly. Perhaps she'll die. There was an old lady who swallowed a spider that wiggled and tickled inside her. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly, but I don't know why she swallowed that fly. Perhaps she'll die. Okay, that was just silly. Well, yeah, pirate, yeah, that kind of works. But as I was reading it, I kind of thought, no, the author of this poem, I don't think this author was thinking pirate. So now I'm going to try it another way. So I'm going to go to the next page. And remember, for you guys are going to press record and record yourself reading it. I'm not doing that now because it gets a little crazy. You know what I'm thinking now? As I was reading it, I noticed there was lots of rhyming. Fly, why, fly, die. There was also some really interesting kind of silly words like wiggling and tickling. And that's making me think maybe I should read it in a silly way. Let me try that. I'm going to read it this time, but this time I'm going to read it in a silly way. So when you're recording yours, you'll press the microphone to record. And here we go. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed that fly. Perhaps she'll die. There was an old lady who swallowed a spider that wiggled and tickled inside her. She swallowed that spider to catch the fly, but I don't know why she swallowed that fly. Perhaps she'll die. Okay, so that one, I tried to smile and just say it in a way that was kind of fun. And so that's another way that to read it. So I tried it 3 different ways. The sad way, the pirate way, and the silly way. Which one did you like best? Which one do you felt matched what the author was saying? And so what I want you to do now, if you have Seesaw and you can log in and do it this way, I want you to go to Seesaw and record yourself reading it 3 different ways. You can see right over here the instructions. They have that star by them. Practice reading and recording 3 different ways. Record a different way on each page. So if you have Seesaw, you can do it that, and that's one way to do it. The other way is to pause the video right here. Here's my pause symbol, and then you're going to practice reading it 3 different ways. You could possibly record this on an iPad or an iPhone and then send that to your teacher, or you could just practice it. The practicing is the important part. The showing is the next part that's fun. And when you guys are all done, I want you to find either another person or a stuffed animal or a pet. And I want you to read this poem to that pet or that person in the way you decide you like best. So I'm going to pause. Readers on Seesaw, go to Seesaw. Other kids, you're going to press pause so that poem stays up and practice it 3 ways. Great job, everyone.